What's up YouTube? I'm Alpha Prime and welcome back to the channel, and today I have a box and I believe this is Masterpiece Rhinox. It's been a long time coming. Finally we get another Masterpiece Beast Wars figure, so I'm going to get this guy unboxed and we're going to take a real good look at him. So we're just gonna get this guy out of the box and have a look at the actual box itself. Very interested to see this, although we are moving away from the Masterpiece line, so it'll be interesting to see whether we actually hit the camera, actually complete the Beast Wars line. And go. And here he is, Masterpiece Rhinox. Just typical Takara style box. You have sort of just raised for the actual artwork itself, but it's not actually artwork, it's actually images of the actual figure by the looks of it. This maybe sort of artwork or CGI from the screen. This looks like the actual figure because you can actually see all the little splits and seams. So interesting way to go. On the back we have just images of all the different bits and pieces, and he can do that primal on top of the rhino. He does come with some little extra bits, and you get a picture of him there with primal and cheetor, which means you just really need Rat Trap really to finish that off. So let's get this guy out of the box and have a real good look at everything that comes with him and the actual figure itself. And here is the box. I also didn't show you sort of the side bits earlier on. So we've got that little extra bit, and we have him in his rhino mode. So we're going to go ahead now and get this guy out of the box. I really wish we would have got more Predacons, because I mean we're a little scarce. I think what we have Megatron, Dinobot who switched sides, and Black Arachnia I believe is the only Masterpiece to sit Predacons we got. So fingers crossed, maybe they'll continue on. So that is out of the box. See, we have the instructions. Let's just get these out of the packaging for you so you can have a quick look at it. So you get the collector card. Now mine's is already sort of misshapen because it is literally like thin card. It's not really what we're used to with Masterpiece figures, in my opinion, especially when it comes to fans toys and stuff. They're more like a credit card sort of stock. This is very sort of thin, cheap cardboard, very easily to tear, I would say. It looks good, you know, if I could read it, it would be fantastic, but it is a Takara Masterpiece. He's obviously Cybertron Defense instead of a Maximal, Rhinox Beast Wars, but really this card is very, very cheap in feeling. Then we have the instructions, so we got a whole pile of that sort of stuff, just different images, and then obviously the instructions itself showing you how to attach all the sort of accessories, and then obviously just the transformation. This doesn't look the best either. It's all sort of dark gray. I mean, here you've got like dark gray, light gray, you know, obviously you're working with these bits and stuff. I don't know, I prefer, you know, when it's a different color or something like red, or I know dark gray is a different color from white, but you know what I mean. Anyway, let's look at the accessories. So we have this orb. Now, not sure whether is it the spark Yep, it's a spark. You can see all this little beads sort of inside it, and it can actually open up, so you can see the internal sort of detail, and this can actually be removed as well. So it's very nice. Let's see if I can get this to close back up again. There we go. And it comes with that little display stand as well. I'm hoping I got that all on camera because I wasn't actually looking. So we've got that. We have an adapter. Now this is another thing that irks me, why they can't give us more actual stands. You know, at the price point and stuff, they should be coming with a stand, not just a little adapter for the one stand that we actually got. Definitely think they're cheaping out on us there. Oh, and it is down in there now. So we've got change of faceplate. I do like the Maximal symbol there on either side. As you can see, you have eye holes, so it's just sort of top part of his face. Very nice. It's actually really well painted and stuff. Definitely like the look of it. Then we have the rotating gun that he usually has. Unless the other one is inside his beast mode, he usually has two of these, and in fact he's actually pictured with two. So I'll be interested to see if the other one is actually inside the actual beast mode itself. But again, look at all that lovely detail, the pipes, everything, the handles, even done like a wooden effect and stuff, Maximal symbol, all the little details. Beautiful, beautiful sculpted, beautifully painted. You know, definitely very, very nice. And it doesn't look like it's actually spring loaded. You can see the tab there to go into his robot hand. It turns freely, but it doesn't look like there's any way of actually, there's no button to press or nothing like that. But still looks very good. Then we have his other accessory, and I do believe this is some sort of medical thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. It's like a medical tool of some sort that Rhinox uses. He is the medic slash inventor as such in the team. So obviously this hooks around like a bracelet side thing. Again, beautifully painted, beautifully sculpted, a lot of attention to detail. They definitely went all out on the actual accessories themselves, and I hope that that follows through into the actual bot himself. So we're just going to get rid of this plastic prism, set that off to the side, and then we're going to actually look at the Rhino. And you know what, he actually is quite light in weight. I just think whenever it comes to Masterpiece, I think that they should be that little bit more premium feel, you know, like feel like they've got a bit of weight to them. And I do believe Rhinox is eating some plastic. There we go. So beautiful detail within the mouth. We've got the gold. We have all the teeth picked out in white paint. You have the tongue and stuff, and no visible robot stuff within the mouth. The eyes are beautiful. You know, you can see just that detail and the little shine off them and stuff too. Really picks that out. You have the golden horns, and you can see the ears are on ball joints, so they can be rotated, they can be moved up and down. Great articulation there within the ears. And on the legs we have got about, would it even be 90 degrees on the knee, and you have slightly more sort of, because you can go sort of forward and back to there, so you can sort of do that full range. But other than that, everything else is locked into place. I suppose you don't need much more than that, I wouldn't think. And his tail can go up to there and down to there, so there's not a lot of articulation. He is solid, you know, as in, you know, he's not popping apart. You know, I can move this, I can try and move this bit and stuff, and you know, when you move his legs and all that sort of stuff. Nothing seems to be popping apart, nothing seems to be untabbing, everything seems to be stuck well together. And you know what, it actually looks very nice as a stand piece. I just feel that it's missing that little bit of weight to it. It is very light. Like here is Sandstorm from Legacy, and he's not much heavier than a leader class. I have the MMC Hotspot, and he's quite a bit heavier. Yeah, not much heavier actually. But there doesn't feel like there's any sort of die cast within this figure. So I'm going to get him transformed quickly up into robot mode, and we'll have a look at him there. Just very quickly, as you can see, if I was just about to start transforming him, you can actually extend the head, and then that gives you a bit of side to side movement. But as you can see, it's quite loose. You know, it's not, it wouldn't be the most stable, but it is there. You do get that bit more articulation. And midway through transformation, here we go. Gun number 2. It's got a little bit of plastic there just to protect the paint, but happy days. And a slight difference on this one is this can actually rotate up, and as I say, stored within the beast mode, whereas this one doesn't. So it's actually two completely different. This one can fold up inside to go actually into the body of Rhinox, but we do have the 2 guns. Happy days. And here he is in robot mode, and you know what, he looks pretty cool. He actually looks really nice in robot mode. Little messy sort of on the back. You can bring these down if you want. Just this whole chunk here just looks a little unfinished. Down here, not so bad. And the legs do clean up very well. But those things, it's more, let me show you. My biggest issue was around the torso bit. See all of this? If I can bring it a little bit closer to you. This whole mess here, and it's telling you to flip this bit, move this bit, look at all this, see all these bits and stuff. I will be doing a how-to transform video for him, as it just took a little bit of actually just figuring it out for myself, to actually get this guy transformed. I'm actually dreading putting him back. Actually, you know what, it won't be that bad going back the way, or backwards. But you've got this whole beautifully painted gold, all the teeth picked out, the gums, everything looks absolutely stunning. It does look like a masterpiece. My biggest issue is dead eye syndrome. Obviously it is for they've got, as you can see here, they have the light piping. Don't agree with that in masterpiece figures. I don't think they should have any form of light piping within the actual figure itself when it's a masterpiece, because as you can see here, it looks like he is dead. Looks like he's offline. I think if they're going to do some form of light up thing, do that. Don't do the light piping on a masterpiece. And it's so small, you can see. I don't have an actual light source right behind me, but it's not. It doesn't. Just take my word for it. It really struggles because of this back piece and stuff to pick up any light coming through. So just head is on like I think it's like a hinge swivel, so you know you can get all the way up, you hinge it back, you can get a little bit of down, and you get the full rotation, full motion, even go side to side. It's not bad at all. When it comes to shoulders, you have got ratchet joints, but as you can see, the way that they're angled, it sort of goes up and round this way, so you can get the full 360, and then it's ratcheted out to there, so you don't get much more up than that. You do have the bicep swivel, or it's just below the elbow in this point, and he has got a double jointed elbow, which does get him sort of just about 90 degrees. The fingers and thumbs, so they're all individually articulated at this joint and this joint. Each one, actually no, these two are actually pinned together, so the last two are pinned together, but they bend at the exact same joints. But as you can see, they're joined together, which is perfectly fine for me. The thumb is just pivoted here, and it can rotate due to transformation. He has got no or very little waist articulation. It's very restricted, but it does get you some form of rotation. I suppose maybe if you get these up, see it's sort of hitting up against this too, the actual lower mouth, or the lower mouthpiece for the chest. Not too bad, I suppose. He does have ratchets, as you can hear, that gets you out to about there. These things sort of restrict that sort of movement, and the back piece restricts it a little bit, but you do get a decent bit there, and it's a really good ratchet, and you get the full sort of range right up on the forward motion. He's got a very light ratchet there on the knee, which gets you about 90 degrees. It does have a little bit of bicep rotation, but it's on this sort of joint up in here, but it is there. And you do get rotation just above the knee due to transformation, so you do get that extra bit of articulation. He does have an ankle rocker, which gets you as much as you'll need. Foot does go forward that much, and it goes slightly back, not a lot back, but you do get the toe pivot here, and you do get the heel spur that you can move. So articulation wise, he's actually not too bad, because with him being such a bulky, chunky sort of figure in character, like just in general, his articulation isn't going to be the best, but man does he have absolute presence. I definitely think it is a great figure. Transformation, I think it's more down to the instructions, because once I figured it out, I do think that it's not too bad going forward, but definitely the instructions need to be better. So that was my quick look and review of Master Beast Rhinox. As you can see, we have this bit. It actually straps onto, there's a connection just inside there, and it clips around. Very simple. And then of course he holds the gun perfectly. Just to show you the two different accessories in his hands. I think the biggest letdown of this figure, obviously I would have loved a wee bit of die cast in the leg region, would have just put that a little bit more onto it, and the eyes. I think the eyes should be painted. I may go ahead and paint them myself, just to give them that little bit of life. Otherwise he looks pretty dead. From the front, looks absolutely amazing. Back, it's not that bad, to be fair. I don't think it's too bad. I mean, what were they going to do with all that sort of rhino stuff? There's a lot of stuff underneath back here. This does untab fairly easily, although no it don't. But as you can see, a lot of it sort of gets tucked up inside there. So there's not much else they could have probably done with that. And in general, I think he looks like he has just stepped off the screen. So I'm very, very happy with Rhinox, and he will go really well with the rest of my Beast Wars figures, Master Beast Wars figures. And I think anybody that's definitely a Beast Wars fan, it's definitely an easy pickup. But I do wish Takara and Hasbro, they would just give us stands. If you're going to give us adapters for a stand, just give us a stand. Give us a stand and get rid of the light piping. Just get rid of that. Shouldn't be on a Masterpiece figure, in my personal opinion. Maybe you have a different opinion. If you do, let me know in the comment section below why you like the light piping. But I just think that if you're going to do light piping, that is definitely not enough to actually get it through to the light itself. But that's my quick look at our Masterpiece Rhinox. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be doing a how to transform video for this guy, hopefully within the next week or so. Once I sort of get time and get properly working at him, and make it as smooth as possible for you guys at home so that you don't have to go through that instruction thing and try and figure it out. So that is my review of the Takara Masterpiece Rhinox. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, stay awesome.